always have these awesome and insightful conversations with my friend Derek Frum at the Canadian Constitution Foundation. That group basically spends their workdays and more fighting for our freedoms. And I never really knew about a lot of the backwards laws and red tape that infringe upon our rights and even sometimes defy the Canadian Constitution until I became aware through my friends at the CCF. Did you know that human rights laws are not equal for everyone in Canada? Take, for example, the case of amateur comedian Guy Earle. At an open mic event, Lorna Party, who is a lesbian, heckled Earle, who then responded with making insulting comments about Party's sexuality. What happened next ended in a confrontation with Party throwing a glass of water in the comedian's face. Eventually, Party took her hurt feelings to the BC Human Rights Tribunal, and Earle was made to pay her $15,000 for hurting her feelings, dignity, and self-respect. Earle filed an appeal and lost the decision, and the tribunal found that he had discriminated against the woman. Now take the example of death metal band Dicide versus Quinton Johnson, who is a Christian. Dicide has many anti-Christian albums and songs. One of their albums is called Once Upon the Cross and hosts a song called Kill the Christian. Some of the lyrics of the song are as follows: "I will love watching you die," and "Kill the Christian," which prompted Johnson to file a complaint with the Alberta Human Rights Commission. His complaint was dismissed, though, for the reason that the band didn't have a wide enough audience to have an impact, even though they had sold 500,000 copies of their albums in the United States. So what's the difference between these two cases? Arguably, Dicide's lyrics incite violence and could be deemed as hate propaganda. That's a criminal offense and much more severe than just hurting someone's feelings. The underlying reason for the difference in decisions is who the complainant was. In other words, Party's feelings are protected under the law because she's a lesbian. Johnson's are not, because he's a Christian, a white male Christian. In order to be protected, you must be seen as historically disadvantaged. As a white Christian male, Quinton Johnson is seen as a part of the least disadvantaged group on earth. To be fair, expression shouldn't ever be punished in the name of free speech. Party and Johnson could have ignored what they were hearing entirely. More and more, it seems like liberty is eroding in this country. We've seen the Liberals in the recent months champion trans laws, who, by the way, are already protected in many instances, so this isn't a new thing. But what about rights for Christians? I feel like I use this version of an Orwellian quote from his book Animal Farm far too much these days. It seems that some human rights are more equal than others. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.